I lost 15 pounds my very first month.
I like to say I am slimming down and feeling extremely healthy. And my age is not holding me back anymore.
My daughter said, "Mom, you look so different. You're dressing different. Your skin looks different. You just have a lot of pep in your step."
Also have lost inches with it and belly fat with it, with just moderate exercise, not doing any kind of heavy exercise. And to see a huge dramatic shift in that also has really been amazing.
I had this pair of pants that I haven't worn in years, and it was a 32 slim athletic cut blue jeans. Now I wore them every day last week because I was just so proud of myself.
And I have lost weight. I mean, everybody looks at me like, "Oh, you're so tiny anyway." But I've last few years weighed about 10 or 15 pounds more than I have most all my life. We're both 63, and I don't know, like the pounds have just been coming off, and I'm not as hungry and haven't done anything different.
And then also I started noticing that I was losing weight. I'm still losing weight.
Now I'm doing the SP6. I added that to my regime because my daughter doing the SP6, she's 30. She lost 50 pounds over the last 5 months.
Wow.
Doing SP6.
That's incredible.
And I've been on it for 7 weeks and I've lost 15 pounds.
And so it was really exciting because I'd been trying to lose weight all year. I've worked so hard and couldn't lose a pound, no matter, I was starving and I couldn't lose. And I started wearing that X49, and Wendy, I lost 20 pounds.
Woo! Yeah.
Already 20 pounds. Is that not too cool, y'all?
That is awesome.
This tire was growing around my midsection for the last couple of years, and the things I used to be able to do to get that off were not working anymore. And I was pretty sure it was a hormone imbalance in me. I lost 15 pounds my very first month, and I believe that was a lot of inflammation. And then I knew that I needed to focus on balancing my hormones. So I added SP6 and glutathione. Since then, I am down to a total of 27 pounds gone. And you're probably wondering, did you diet? Did you exercise? I did, but it was effortless. Like Nancy said, my chocolate cravings, my sweet cravings are gone. I told Beamy, I don't know what this was, but for the last decade, I have only drank soda water, not even regular water. Like LaCroix or bubbly. 2 12-packs a week were brought into my house. It must have been something in it my body was craving that's no longer there, because now I want water. And when I get soda water at a restaurant or something, I can't even drink it.
I was having problems. 2 years ago, I had nose surgery, and my nose was so swollen after that surgery for a year and a half that it was just uncomfortable and wasn't practical. Let's put it that way. And after a week of being on this, I came into the kitchen right over here, and I told my wife, I said, my nose is back to normal now. The cartilage had been swollen for a year and a half, and I was on a healthy products, and it wasn't doing anything for me. And within a week of being on this, my nose went back to normal. But I still had, and this has been since the last time I was on here, I couldn't eat anything spicy. It really just, it was terrible. It was really sensitive. Now I'm back to where I can have hot and spicy stuff again. So it really has helped me with that.
Have you lost weight along with this issue?
I have. I love listening. What I love about David Schmidt is I love how he talks about a lot of different things. And it's not just the products of this company. I love how he's here to help people no matter what it is. And I was listening to him on fasting one time, and I've been doing that according to his advice and so on. And I'm enjoying that. So, and I still enjoy lots of food that I should probably not have sometimes, but I like to say I am slimming down and feeling extremely healthy. And my age is not holding me back anymore.
I have thyroid issues. So my thyroid, I was always tired, had no energy, weight gain, nothing worked. I've been on thyroid meds, but we just can't regulate them. So I have been living like this for 23 years. I also have deep vein insufficiency where my blood doesn't flow correctly in my legs. Therefore, I have varicose veins and in a lot of pain. I've had 2 ablations on my legs and it's temporary and then they start hurting again. I clean my house, I did laundry, I washed my floors. I have energy. I feel like I felt when I was 38 years old. It's amazing, totally amazing. And I'm going to be 61 years old at the end of the month. So I feel like a new person. I can honestly say that.
Wow. So you went back to the doctor after you'd been on using the X39 for a few weeks. And then you did blood tests and the doctor came in. And what did they say to you?
She looked at me and she was like, Tammy, is that you? Who are you? And what did they do with you? I said, it is me, doc. I said, it's the patch. And I pointed to the back of my head and I was telling her about it. And she says, oh, I got to look into this for myself. So I said, it's a miracle for me because doctors had me on all kinds of meds for years. And I just like, nope, nope, nope. This patch will do it all.
I have to ask you this. Has anybody noticed around you besides the doctor?
Absolutely. My neighbors, my family members, my daughter said, Mom, you look so different. You're dressing different. Your skin looks different. You just have a lot of pep in your step. I'm like, I might be almost 61 years old, but I don't feel like it anymore.
When we started, I'm just turned 60 this year, and I was really starting to feel, you know, the ramifications of getting older. And I've been in the health and wellness industry for a very long period of time. And when Peter handed me a patch and I put it on, I felt this energy just shoot down my legs. And I went, oh my gosh, what is this? This is the most incredible biohack I have ever experienced. And when I put that baby on and wore it, I had no fatigue immediately. Usually the afternoon, I'm tired. I had no fatigue through the afternoon. And I slept incredibly. It's like someone just flipped a switch for sleep. I don't know if you've ever experienced it before, but once you get older and if you've had children, you just don't sleep like you used to sleep prior to children. And so to get that sleep like I used to have, you know, prior to in my 20s was just, that was worth its weight in gold right there. Truly. And clarity of mind. I was getting to the point where I was dropping words, not able to complete sentences. And I got immediate clarity of mind once again. And then as I started to wear it more and more into the months, I really started to see a change in skin texture, building more collagen, changing of hair color. Within like 4 months, I had dark hair again. If you can see, my hair was snow white.
Yes,
and so that really was a huge shift for me because I had gone gray early in my 30s. So that was really another big shift for me. Also, have lost inches with it and belly fat with it, you know, with just moderate exercise, not doing any kind of heavy exercise, and to see a huge dramatic shift in that also has really been amazing. And what I want to really remind people and what I feel is so important is if you're not feeling results immediately, don't give up on the miracle of this patch because it's just exponential as you wear it. When I crossed the year marker with this, I was just amazed at when I looked at my picture of where I was prior to the patch and what I look like now. And I look at it as if I'm getting more radiant on the outside, imagine what this is doing for my organ systems on the inside. And
Right.
two of the things that I really noticed with that is a decrease in blood pressure. My blood pressure dropped a good 10 points, both systolic and diastolic, to a normal range. I have 124/74 for blood pressure. And like I said, I'm 60 years. So that's incredible. And also saliva pH. When I get up and take a saliva pH in the morning, mine was down in the 6s. It's back up to 7.2. And I attribute that to the patches also, of bringing alkalinity and the kidneys and liver functioning better in the body. So you're getting more acid down in the body. Yeah.
I'm so impressed that for someone who knows as much as you know, especially in the holistic fashion of life and health and total wellness, that you have been able to look at these and discover so much.
And I use them. I'm a body worker. And so I immediately put a patch on my client, and it makes the body work so much easier to unwind the muscles and move through things on their body. It really is it's an incredible tool in so many different directions. And like I said, it just gets better. When I look at the people who have been using this patch now for over 2 years, I just go, wow. It's truly like, it's just such an incentive. It's like, it's one of those supplements that you just go, I never want to be without this, because it's like someone flips a switch on in your body and
That's
you
exactly
have more energy.
Oh, that's
Who wouldn't want more of that?
I've had some in a pretty bad car accident years ago, and had 2 major surgeries on my shoulder, reconstructive surgeries. And occasionally I wake up and have pain in that shoulder, and usually, I have to exercise it, and keep the arthritis and the bursitis out of it. But if you overdo it, you can hurt yourself. If you underdo it, you can hurt yourself. So occasionally you would do that. So I woke up that day, patched it, and within 4 hours, which usually took me about 2 days to work the pain out, it was gone in 4 hours or less. So I was really excited about that. But the last thing, that was really crazy was, I was jumping on the scales, just to see if I lost weight, because Jody can tell you a little bit about her weight loss with using the patch. But, what was exciting for me was I noticed I had lost some weight, but then all of a sudden, I still work out. I don't use real heavy weights. I don't use anything but 10 and really just 10 and 12 pound weights. I rebound and do a lot of resistance, but all of a sudden I noticed I was starting to get back into that defined shape that I was getting close to when I was working out. Jody was saying, hey, your abs are starting to pop again. And, because I had a pretty awesome 8-pack when I was competing. So I might just have to go back and at least get a 6-pack. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, what was so fun about it, was that I had this pair of pants that I hadn't worn in years that I started wearing when I was in the competition, and it was a 32 slim athletic cut blue jeans. Now I wore them every day last week because I was just so proud of myself. So it's been a lot of fun, to see. Just we don't have to change anything in our lifestyle, because we have a very healthy lifestyle. We exercise, I drink the water. I don't have to worry about those things. The patch is the only thing that I have done different that's changed our lives, and we're just, now we're in about the 4th or 5th week. I can't wait to see what's going to happen, 60, 90 days from now.
And I've had arthritis in this thumb probably for 10 years. And I couldn't do this without pain. And now I can do this. And about, gosh, I don't know, 3 weeks in, I was telling Stacy, it was just so much better. And the last 4 or 5 nights, I have slept with nothing on my hands, which has been wonderful, because, these things will keep you awake.
They sure will.
just loving the results. And I would say my hands, gosh, in the past couple of days, really like 80% better. I said 50% the first 2 weeks, 75% at 3 weeks, and now it's been maybe 4 weeks or 5 weeks today. It's like 80% better. Still have a little bit of inflammation, but I can't wait, like Stan, to see 60, 90, 6 months down the road. I expect, that pain and healing to be totally there and be gone, the pain be gone. And I have lost weight. I mean, everybody looks at me like, oh, you're so tiny anyway. But, you know, I've last few years weighed about 10 or 15 pounds more than I have most all my life. We're both 63. And I don't know, like the pounds have just been coming off and I'm not as hungry and haven't done anything different.
As you may recall, I was suffering from a very bad case of Bell's palsy. I was totally paralyzed on the left side. I had no movement in my face. I could not close my left eye. It's hard to describe just how bad it was. And I was not getting relief from the pain or return of facial movement. And so I think that's, to me, the biggest thing that I got out of it is that I had been suffering from it for about 8-10 months, and it was not improving, very, very, very little. And when I started on the X39, I got improvement from the Bell's palsy. I'm still, I think I'm at like 90% of my face is back. I still have, this is the side that you can tell there's a droopy eye and, you know, a few things, but it's getting back there.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Now I'm doing the SP6. I added that to my regime because my daughter doing the SP6, she's 30. She lost 50 pounds over the last 5 months.
Wow.
Doing SP6.
That's incredible.
And I've been on it for 7 weeks and I've lost 15 pounds.
Wow,
So,
congratulations.
And for me, I know Peter, you were talking about how fast something works or something working within 5 or 6 days. To me, the SP6 worked from the first day because I had been doing bright line eating and it's also intermittent fasting. And I was absolutely starving to death. And the very first day on the patch, it was dinner time and I'm like, God, I'm not even hungry. Why am I not hungry?
That's great.
And then I realized I was really having this thing with myself, like, well, I'm not really hungry. I guess I don't really have to eat dinner. No, I'm supposed to eat because in an hour it ends and I don't get to eat till noon tomorrow. So, and then I realized I had the patch on my ankle and I'm like, nah, couldn't possibly. And so, but I have noticed that at the only times Saturday, I forgot to put it on and I was out running errands and I was just starving to death. And I'm like, okay, do I have my patch on? No, I didn't. So it really seems to work on a day-to-day basis with the SP6. So somebody mentioned earlier, they want to fight their diabetes. Try the SP6.
Well, thank you. And that comes from a personal testimony. And I love that when we learned from David Schmidt, that when we add one of the targeted patches to the X39, it elevates the ability for them to work on those stem cells and then elevate the other performance. So thank you so much for your testimony. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
So anyway, I started taking it and I noticed at first I started kind of getting a little sick, like I was detoxing. I was getting headaches. And then I started feeling better. And then also I started noticing that I was losing weight. I'm still losing weight. And then I'm feeling my body is detoxing and detoxing better than when I was on Dr. Staninger's protocol, which was organic vegan diet. And there's just been these really interesting side effects that were very unexpected. Like the wrinkles are starting to decrease. My gray hair is starting to turn brown. I'm actually feeling happier. It's not a conscious thing. It's just somehow your confidence just seems to go up naturally. I don't even know how else to tell you. It's just that whatever you're taking, like if you're using any kind of protocol, it is enhancing whatever you're using. And if you're going organic, if you're going vegan, if you're doing anything, there's a synergistic thing going on here. And I feel it from my toes to my calves, all the way up.
And on the 4th day, I woke up in the morning, went straight to my kitchen table where my little samples were, to put my patch on. And when I got to the kitchen table, I was just like, whoa, I just walked in here. I walked from my bedroom to the kitchen, no pain, no cane, no walker. I was half asleep and didn't even realize I did it. So it was the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me in my life. It was just wonderful. I don't know. I had suffered a lot of different conditions, and I had chronic fatigue. I had fibromyalgia. I had really suffered with a lot of pain. I had 10 years of suffering from incontinence. I definitely was having trouble sleeping. Half the time I had to sleep propped up. I only slept maybe 3 hours a night in intervals. Of course, from all of that, I was suffering depression, and I noticed my memory. I was having issues with my memory, but I think that was coming from the pain. And I also had eye issues that were getting worse and worse. And I had calcium on my optic nerves, and they couldn't operate on that. So in all those years sitting around with no cane, I mean, not being able to get up and exercise or move around, I gained a lot of weight. It was really depressing. So I'm just so thankful that I found X39. And so it was really exciting because I'd been trying to lose weight all year. I've worked so hard and couldn't lose a pound, no matter, I was starving and I couldn't lose. And I started wearing that X49. And Wendy, I lost 20 pounds.
Woo! Yeah,
Already 20 pounds. Is that not too cool, y'all?
that is awesome.